recently purchased something. Was this a good financial decision? That is to be determined. What did I buy, you're asking? Great question. This. I gave in to the Instagram ads and I bought the viral Camp Snap camera, which, if you don't know, is a small digital camera with no screen on the back. The idea of this camera is to imitate like the old school disposable film cameras, but in digital form. And I'm not gonna lie, the idea of it intrigued me. Now, I was originally introduced to this camera by the absolutely beautiful Asia Villacruz. She's a van lifer. Go watch her videos. If you don't, you're missing out. She has one and has talked about them in her videos before. And so I Googled it after she mentioned it in one video. And then I started seeing the Instagram ads over and over and over again until finally I broke down and I spent the $60 on this little digital camera because I just love the concept. I love it. It's very, maybe it's the 90s child in me, but there's just something very nostalgic feeling about having a camera where I don't know what I'm taking pictures of until I won't develop these, but until I have a computer I can put them on. I just like the idea. No, I lied. I love the idea. Now, does this shoot the most high quality photo in the world? No, it shoots in JPEG. Small, grainy JPEG photos. But honestly, I like that about it so much more. It's not about making the most perfect photo with this. It's about capturing a moment. Something I need to do more of. And so, here we are. Me in possession of another camera. Because I already own like 9. And what's one more in that collection? Anyway, I have not yet had an opportunity to take many photos with this since I received it in the mail on Monday. I took one really cool picture when I was walking through the parking lot at work the other day of this like 1950s car. Very cool. But other than that, I haven't had a lot of opportunities to use it. So we're going to change that today. And we are going to go hike to a waterfall and take pictures with it. Okay, I'm here, but now I gotta pee. Yes! I feel better now. There's a short hiking trail somewhere around here, but I don't remember where. But I do hear the waterfalls. We're breaking the rules today. So we could use some rain around here. All this rock and like where I'm standing, there's usually like 4 to 6 inches of water flowing through here. And that ledge over there, that's the waterfall.
kind of a sorry waterfall today. For some reference, the water usually comes up like over that rock there. And there's usually like a wall of water coming off that cliff. The last time I stood where I'm standing, there was a wall of water in front of me. Now there is a trickle. I wonder if Lily and Wyatt are still together. Okay. Seriously, cicadas, you gotta do that right now. I'll wait. Anyway, so at this point I have taken roughly 25 photos on this little camera. And I have to be honest, I actually really enjoy the fact that I have no idea what they look like. Like, there's kind of an excitement in like the mystery of it, but there's also like such a nostalgic feel to it. Like back in the 90s when you had your little disposable camera and you had no idea what the pictures are gonna look like. I used to always like forget what I took pictures of, and then like it would be probably a month later that my dad would get the film developed, and I had these photos that I just didn't remember taking. I miss the 90s. They had the best cartoons. I'm getting distracted. Anyway. Right now, my only complaint about this camera is the weird sound it makes when you take a picture. It's got like a real cheesy, like fake click sound. I feel like they could have done better, but that aside. So what am I going to wind up using this camera for? Couple of things. First and foremost, hiking and backpacking, because this thing is so light. And it fits perfectly in my hip pack, alongside my phone and cheese. And somebody just pulled up. Yeah, drive away. I'm vlogging. Any type of traveling, because again, it's light. But like also, sometimes you just don't want to carry your big DSLR around. Like sometimes I love carrying it around. I love being able to take like portfolio worthy photos. But I don't always want to do that, especially when I'm hiking, because I feel like I take pictures of the same thing every time I go hiking. And I mean, how many photos in my portfolio can I have of mountain tops and trees? But I still like taking pictures of them. There are way too many people driving around me right now while I'm trying to film. It's a Thursday afternoon. What are they doing here? Anyway, let's go home and see what these pictures look like. Okay, it's been a week since I filmed what you just saw. And in that time, I've accumulated 58 photos on this camera, of which I don't really remember what they are, except for the 2 pictures I just took of my cat. I just took a couple pictures of my cat because, I mean, why wouldn't I? He's my cat. He's so fucking cute. Anyway, let's look and see what we got. Okay, final thoughts on this camera. Does it take the best photos? Absolutely not. They're blurry, they're grainy. This is only, I think, like an 8 megapixel camera, which is pretty small compared to my DSLR, which has 24. But like I've said before, the point of this camera is not to take portfolio quality photos by any means. However, there were a couple pictures that I did take that may find themselves on my website if I ever build one. I'm working on it. It's a slow process. Am I excited to use this camera in the future? Yes, 100%. I literally cannot wait to see what I can take with this. And there's just, I've said this like a million times already, there's just something so fun about the fact that I don't know what my pictures are gonna look like. It's nostalgic. And I love that. So I'm gonna go take more pictures with it now.